The Grand Duke surprised in several interviews by revealing that he is already thinking about when he will pass the ducal throne to his son. Royal news this week is centered in Europe due to the state visits of King Philippe and Queen Letizia to the Netherlands and the Grand Duke and Duchess of Luxembourg to Belgium. It is the latter that brings us a surprise. In an interview before his trip, Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg admitted that he already knows the date of his abdication from the throne. The Grand Duke, who blew out candles this Monday alongside his Belgian counterpart, with whom he shares almost the same birthday, gave several interviews to the receiving country's media on the occasion of the state visit, which began this morning in Brussels. One of them was for the Place Royal program, where he openly discussed his abdication there plans. "There will come a day when it will need to be done, and I intend to retire at some point. It's obvious," he confessed, noting that in Luxembourg, it is customary for the head of state to leave office in the hands of the heir, not waiting for their death for the successor to take over. Grand Duchess Charlotte, Henri of Luxembourg's grandmother, replaced her sister, Maria Adelaida, in 1919 and abdicated in 1964. Her successor, Grand Duke Jean, did the same in 2000, leaving the throne to his eldest son, the current Grand Duke. Therefore, it is not surprising that Maria Theresa's husband, Grand Duke Henri, has plans for when the time comes, although it is remarkable that he has already clearly defined a date. It was actually a Belgian newspaper that dared to ask him in these days if he knows when he will do it, a fact that Grand Duke Henri prefers to keep secret. But he hints that it is more than just thoughts, yes, but I won't tell you. What Henri of Luxembourg wanted to confirm is that he did not think about his abdication and succession alone. All of this is planned during family consultations. I believe it is very important to give young people perspective. In Luxembourg, proclaiming the heir does not automatically occur abdication, as in other monarchies, but there is a special process preceding the conferment of the title of head of the Grand Duchy. When the time comes, the current heir, Guillaume, will first become lieutenant representative, a title that allows him to temporarily exercise all political and legal prerogatives on behalf of the Grand Duke, gradually acclimating to the position. It would be a kind of bridge between the Grand Duke and his heir, a transition that would help Guillaume of Luxembourg adapt to the new situation in which his wife Stephanie and his two sons, especially the eldest, Karl, next in line to the throne, would also play an important role. But there were still several years to go before that. Grand Duchess Charlotte was 78 when she abdicated her son 79. If Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg, who has just turned 69, follows in her footsteps, his abdication from the throne could occur within a decade, thus confirming the unwritten rule that Luxembourg sovereigns do not reach the age of 80 on the ducal throne.